Welcome back everyone to the 5th game of this challenge. I really appreciate you tuning in into the series. If you're enjoying it, please consider dropping a like. It helps me see your interests. Let's see if we can hit 10 likes. Also, I've added timestamps so you can skip ahead to the parts you're interested in. Now for anyone else here, let me quickly explain the challenge. I have a massive backlog of Steam games and I have chosen 129 games to complete. The catch? Only games with under 10 hours of playtime are eligible. My goal is to finish as many of these games as possible by the end of the year. Hopefully, I can get through all of them. To keep things interesting, I spin the wheel to randomly decide which game I play next. With that said, let's spin the wheel and see what's up next. And the next game is... What's going on? What do you mean I don't have that recording? Oh god, I have to get that recording again?
One eternity later.
It's already been half an hour. Finally, I have it. I can finally start this video. It's Dishonored, alright? The next game is Dishonored. Dishonored is a first-person action-adventure game developed by Arcane Studios and published by Bethesda in 2012. Set in the plague-ridden industrial city of Dunwall, the game follows Corvo Atano, the Empress bodyguard, who is framed for her murder and forced to become an assassin. Rescued by the Loyalists, a resistant group fighting against the oppressive government, and aided by the Outsider, a mysterious entity granting supernatural ability, Corvo embarks on a quest for revenge, armed with power like teleportation, time manipulation, and mind control. Our adventure begins. Before we dive in, as some of you may have noticed from the intro, I have played this game before. In fact, I still have my old save file. Let's take a quick look at where I left off. Alright, this tells me nothing. Just a pile of bodies and no context. What did I do? Let's check out when I last played this game. 2015. It's almost been 10 years. Yeah, I really need to finish this game. Now that I'm done reminiscing, let's quickly go through the story. The game begins with Corvo Atano returning to Dunwall after a diplomatic mission. Upon arrival, you are greeted by Emily, the Empress' daughter, who invites you to play hide and seek. After indulging her, you meet the Empress and deliver the troubling news.
I hoped that one of the other cities had dealt with this before, knew of some cure. This news is very bad. We're at the breaking point.
Suddenly, assassin attacks. Despite your best effort, the Empress is killed, Emily is kidnapped, and you are framed for the murder. Fast forwarding, you are in prison, but an anomalous ally provides a key hidden in your food tray. Breaking free, you grab a weapon and make your escape. The game offers non-lethal method to subdue the guards. But, let's be real, I didn't read the tutorial. Instead, I went on a spree, taking down every guard in the way. Eventually, I meet Samuel, a ferryman, who takes me to the Loyalist hideout, the Hound's Pits. It is here I meet Admiral Havelock and Lord Pendleton, responsible for securing Corvo his escape. They claim to wish for the restoration of the monarch by ensuring Emily becomes Empress. Not having much choice, Corvo agrees to cooperate for the sake of clearing his name. There, I'm also introduced to Piero Joplin, an inventor who supplies my gear and upgrades. After a night's rest, I find myself in a dreamlike realm, face to face with the Outsider. He marks me with his brand granting supernatural ability and gifts me with a device to locate runes for further power enhancement. The strangest thing is, every time I use this gadget, I hear a familiar voice.
This is the place from which those who dabble in black arts draw their power. And this place is their doom.
probably my imagination. Waking up, the mark on my hand confirmed that it wasn't a dream. After this, the loyalist gives me my first target, the High Overseer Campbell, leader of the City Oppressive Religion's Order. Before heading out, a resident Callista pleads with me to rescue her uncle, who has been marked for assassination. With both mission in mind, I set sail with Samuel. Upon arrival, Samuel mentioned an old woman rumored to be in the area. Intrigued, I decided to investigate. Turns out she's completely insane. She offered me a rune in exchange for dealing with some troublemaker outside. After handling them, she requests another favor, infecting the gang's brewery? Okay, give me a second.
Brewery.
Yeah, that with the plague. Sounds unethical. But hey, more runes. I steal a sample from a doctor's lab, contaminate the gang's supply, and return for my reward. Moving on, I infiltrate the Overseer office where I learn of the non-lethal alternative of eliminating the target. Branded him as a heretic, effectively exiling him. First, I make a detour to save the maid's uncle by destroying the poison drinks meant for him. With that done, I isolate Campbell, knock him out, brand him, and stash the captain away. Before leaving, I rescue a pair of siblings who, in gratitude, reveal a safe combination. Loot secure, mission complete. Returning to base, I upgraded my gear, rest up, and prepare for the next mission. Waking up, some of the residents were uneasy as they had been hearing a loud noise in the sewers and asked me to go investigate. Looking around, I found there was indeed people moving around the sewers. Here, the game introduces to the Weeper, a group of infected with the plague. Not wanting to make their lives more difficult, I put them to sleep and move on. Peacefully taking care of the problem, I am then updated that Emily is being held in the Golden Cat by the Peloton twins. With my objective clear, I head my way to Samuel and begin the next mission. Arriving in the same district, I find the area more heavily fortified. The previous night's entrance is blocked, forcing me to find an alternative route. Along the way, a gang member directs me to their leader, Slawjaw. He requests I learn the fate of one of his men in exchange for some coins. I head to the doctor house where I am ambushed by the same assassin who framed me. After dealing with them, I grab the thief, return to Slawjaw, and he provides me access to a nearby hotel, leading me to the Golden Cat. Before leaving, Slawjaw provides me with a non-lethal route of eliminating the twins in exchange for a number needed to open a safe in the painter house. Agreeing, I make my way to the Golden Cats. Inside, I locate a target carrying the code for the alternative non-lethal approach, using persuasion.
We're done, I said. Retribution! Now let me out! What the? Who is this? What do you want?
The safe, yes of course. The combination is 13A.
I acquire the code, return to Slawjaw, and let him handle the twin in his way. I return to the Golden Cat and rescue Emily. Making her way to Samuel. Wait, I could have done both the objective at once? Well, lesson learned. With Emily safe, I return to base. Not having a moment to catch my breath, the loyalists greet me and reveal my next target, Anton Sokolov, the royal physician. They requested I head out immediately as capturing him will uncover the identity of the Lord Regent's mistress. After some last-minute upgrades and restocking, I make my way out once again. Arriving at Calderwin Bridge, I navigate around guards and security devices, eventually overhearing some straggler discussing about a captured ally with valuable pearls. I notice a new security system, R-Pylon, which instantly disintegrates trespasser. Avoiding this, I continue forward. Reaching the captured man, he offers me pearls in exchange for his freedom. I agree, help him out, and he leads me to his stash. Before opening a nearby gate, I eliminate some enemies inside a nearby building and discover an ambush signal. Using this intel, I lure my target into a trap, subdue him. Arriving at my destination, I make my way to Sokolov's lab and I quietly neutralize him and carry him to Samuel's boat. Mission accomplished. Returning to the House Pit pub, I once again rest up and prepare to tackle the next mission. The following day, I am woken up and some of the loyalists are having trouble convincing Sokolov to divulge any information unless we provide him with a drink called King Street. Coincidentally, Piero does have the drink, but will not give it up unless we buy it. Agreeing, we buy the drink and present it to Sokolov. Now with the agreement reached, he tells us that Lady Boyle keeps her identity hidden. Making it more difficult, he does not know which of the three Boyle daughter is the Lord Regent's mistress. But what he does know is that there's gonna be a mass party held tonight. With this intel, my new objective is set and I head out to crash this party. Arriving at the Boyle estate, I spot some noble dropping their invitation. Seizing the opportunity, I pick it up and casually present it to the guard, gaining entry without suspicious. Before entering, I received a letter from Lord Pellington to deliver, but somehow this leads to an unexpected duel. Confused but committed, I accepted the challenge and unfortunately for him, win. After handling this side quest, I began my search for Lady Boyle. As I explore, I am approached by Lord Brisby, who offers a non-lethal solution rather than assassinating Lady Boyle. Skeptical of his obsession, but willing to minimize casualty, I agree. Identifying the correct Boyle sister comes at a great cost. The guard are now on high alert. With stealth as my only option, I carefully subdue the car, only for the game to glitch.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Forced to redo this section, I complete the mission and make my escape. Back at the Hound's Pit, I learned that the Lord Regent whereabout has been discovered. He is holed up in Dunwall Tower, the very place where the game begins, and where the Empress was assassinated. After making some final upgrades and restocking supply, I prepare for the assault. Approaching the tower, I carefully eliminate patrolling guard, making steadily progress. After a few hiccups, I take control of a fish to bypass security and reach the other side undetected. Inside, I explore the tower and stumble upon the city intercom announcer, who pleads for his life. In exchange, he reveals his crucial secret. The Lord Regent keeps incriminating evidence in his safe. If I broadcast this audio log, the entire city will turn against him. Tracking down the safe, I retrieve the log and broadcast it across Dunwall.
Empress is not an easy thing, but it gave me the chance to attack the plague with some real authority. Quarantines, deportation of the sick.
With his crime exposed, the Lord Regent is swiftly arrested, mission accomplished. On my way out, I grab some loot and rendezvous with Samuel. Back at the pub, I am welcomed as a hero. Drinks are poured and celebration are ensued. Until Corporal vision begins to blur. I assume he can't hold his liquor, but as I try to move, I collapse. Though hastily vision, I see my so-called ally standing before me. Betrayed again, but there's a sliver of hope. Samuel only used half the poison, hoping I'll survive. Before I black out completely, I hear him saying he'll move me somewhere safe. I'm awake in a rowboat captured by assassins. There, they take me to their leader Dodd, the very man who killed the Empress. Recognizing the outsider mark on my hand, he confiscates all my gear. Stripped away of all my weapon, I rely on my supernatural ability to escape captivity. Before leaving, I track down where Dodd stashed my gear and retrieve it. As I make my way through the hideout, I overhear assassin discussing the key needed to access Dodd's quarters. Taking out one of them, I grab the key and sneak into his chamber. The game presents a choice, confront him or take the key and leave. Since I've been sticking to a low chaos run, I opt for the latter and escape. Navigating through Dunwall disposal zone, I slip past the guard and enter the sewers. There, I encountered Granny Rags and Slawjock, two familiar figures from earlier. Granny Rags has captured Slawjock preparing for some disturbing ritual. She demanded my help, but instead I free Slawjock. Fear as she attacks me. Slawjock hints at an item in her room that must be destroyed in order to defeat her. Acting quickly, I find and burn it, assuming that's enough, but no, she's still alive. Unfortunately, Slawjog dies in the struggle, prompting me to reload my save. This time, I took a different approach, getting up close and personal to finish the job. Victorious, I loot her room and find a key I didn't even realize I needed. Pushing forward, I slip past the last guard in the sewers and finally return to the Howeston pub. Upon my return, I find the pub in chaos. The Loyalist has purged anyone they consider a loose end, leaving only a few survivors. What once was my sanctuary is now a hostile territory. Sneaking through the building, I witnessed something truly heinous. One of the guards taking a piss on my bed.
Hell no, man.
That's just nasty. Naturally, I knocked him out and his buddy for good measures. Reaching Piero's workshop, I discovered that he and Sokolov are trapped inside, working on a new defense system. They require a blueprint in order to finish their new defense system, hidden somewhere inside the pub. Since I already cleared out some of the guard, retrieving the plan is easy. While searching, I also find a note detailing the Loyalist's escape plan. With the blueprint in hand, I return to Piero and Sokolov, who complete their device and let me activate it. Now with the pub secure, I check Emily's room where her handmaiden, Callista, has been hiding. She tells me that Samuel left the way to message him. He later waits for me at the river to take me to the Loyalist's final hideout. The Loyalist's last stand takes place at King Sparrow's Island inside the lighthouse. There are emergency fallback plans in case everything goes south. I have two main entry points, each with its challenges. For this route, I chose the harborside route. After disabling the power to the security gate, I make my way to the tower. Halfway through, I realize something. I forgot to restock my sleep dart.
Bruh.
With non-lethal option now severely limited, I rely on my ability to disable enemies as I ascend the lighthouse. Once inside, I hear Amber Havelock monologuing to himself. Classic villain behavior. As I listen, I notice he poisoned his former allies. I wait for him to finish his speech,
Admiral Howard, son of the High Ocean.
then do what I do best, put him to sleep. With him neutralized, I retrieve the key to Emily's room and set her free. With this done, the credit rolls. Dishonored is a first-person stealth game, but Corbo is equipped with enough tools to take down an entire garrison if he chooses. The game thrives on player choice, while it provides clear objectives on how to achieve them. When Dishonored was first released, many, including myself, thought it might just be a clone of a popular first-person shooter, BioShock. At first glance, the mechanics seem similar, with one hand wielding a weapon and the other using special abilities. However, the key difference lies in its emphasis on stealth and setting. BioShock builds tension throughout its eerie underwater city, immersing players in a haunting atmosphere. Dishonored, on the other hand, puts its control on that tension, making guards and targets fear the realization that nowhere is truly safe. This commitment of player freedom is what makes Dishonored stand out. Corvo can reach his objective through multiple routes, adding significant replay value. Each playthrough allows for different approaches, whether through pure stealth, chaos, or a mix of both. The game's supernatural ability further enhanced this variety, offering countless ways to complete objectives. While I didn't unlock all of Corvo's power in this run, you get a glimpse of what someone with morals and restraint can do. Now imagine the destruction when those restraints are removed. If you made it through the end of the video, I just want to say thank you. I've really been enjoying making this series. As the title suggests, I'm finally playing through the backlog of games I left untouched for far too long. Thinking about it now, completing over 100 games in a year might be a bit of a stretch at my current pace, but I'm gonna try to do my best to reach that goal. I hope you're excited as I am to see what next game will be. Until then, I'll see you on the next video.